Hi, this is Murtaza and welcome back to the Life Transformation blog. In this blog video, I'm answering a question from a mom. And the question is, my younger kid does not taste any new dish served during mealtime and in any occasion. My elder kid always watches TV while having food. And now I know most of you parents out there can understand why. Or you might have the same question. And it's a two-part question. The first part is, let's address the food, that my kid does not taste any new food. Now, often what happens when parents feed their children is they don't give the child a choice. That, okay, this is the food and this is what you want to eat, and in whatever quantities you want to eat, and whether you want to eat or not, it's a choice. Now, most of the parents want the child to eat the quantity that they want to eat, the food that they want to eat, and the way they want to eat it, and hence the child feels that he or she is not in control. And just to get in control, they say, I don't want to eat this food, or I don't want to eat food at all, even though they're hungry. And then after mealtime, they'll go and binge on some other snack and stuff, or they will stay hungry and they will go crazy and they'll make the parents go crazy, right? Now, often mothers, why do they force? Because they feel that, I've cooked your favorite food and I've done so much of work and you're not eating this food, and that often kind of, makes parents upset, and they yell, they scream, and we have seen sometimes the child is also crying, but the mother wants the child to eat. Maybe the mother feels that, oh my God, I don't want my child to be, malnourished or something. So here you just want to give choice to your child. Let the child choose what he or she wants to eat, and I promise you, your child will eat. Don't worry. The child will not go hungry. All right. The next is, the child is observing people around him or her having choice. So your husband might have a choice in food. You might have a choice in food. Your in-laws might have a choice in food. So hey, the child is like, Mom, I also want choice in food. I also don't like this particular food. It could be either fruits, it could be some particular meat, or it could be some vegetable that the child does not want to eat. And that's because of observation. In my life, my children, I have a 6-year-old son, 9-year-old daughter. We first do not force them to eat. They eat whenever they want to eat. Of course, they have to eat in meal times, but they eat whatever quantity they want to eat. And if they don't like that particular food that is served, very simple, don't eat. You don't get any other food. And they might not eat sometime, but then they form a habit that I have to eat what is served. And sometimes you give them options, whatever they want to eat. You ask them what you want to eat, and you cook it for them, and then just ask them to eat. The last point, the third point here, is reinforcement. So one is give them choice. Second, make sure they're not observing everybody having a choice in food. And third is reinforcement. So in social gatherings, in marriages or parties, or when family gatherings, do not reinforce on your child that, oh, my child doesn't want to eat this, or he will not eat fruits, or he does not like this dish. Suddenly your child feels a sense of certainty that, yeah, I don't like this dish. So what do? You just leave it, let the child eat. And if he chooses to eat, then he eats. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. Do not reinforce. And also, often parents don't cook the same food that the child does not like. So then the child will never land up eating that food. So you can, cook it, and you can inspire your child to eat. In our case, we say, you want to try this? It's awesome. It's delicious. You will, regret. And, we give him a morsel, and then he eats it, and then he likes it, and he goes ahead and eats it. And there he changes that, no, I like this food. The next part of the question was, my child watches television. Now here I would like to first put the question back to you, that does the television switch off while meal times in your house? Very important. So if the television is not switching off, then you are automatically, conditioning your child that it's okay to watch television while eating. So first of all, you have to shut television while eating. In my house, again, we have a thumb rule. When the moment we start serving food, preparing and putting the food down, the television has to shut off. The television has to shut off. The computers have to shut off. The cell phones have to shut off, meaning you have to be put aside, and no media, no screen while watching or while eating food. So that is the first thing. If that is true, then you have to shut all the devices while eating food. That just trains your child that, you know what, this is not going to happen. I have to eat and focus on my food. And second is, when you know, I see a lot of parents, moms especially, when they are raising their kids and the child is young, they put the child in front of a screen and then they force feed the child. Now the child is automatically developing this behavior, and the child then can only eat when watching a TV. Now, as the child grows up, he wants some stimulus, a computer, a video game, you know, a YouTube video, some sort of stimulus, then only he eats. So again, if you are doing that, I highly encourage you to keep the screens off while eating yourself and while serving your children, or whenever they're eating by themselves. No television, thumb rule. And if you do this, I know it's difficult. Some moms are going, hey, good for you, but you don't know my child. He's going to throw a tantrum. That's fine. Let him throw a tantrum. Just sit with the child, explain it, and say, from now on, this is the rule. All right. I hope this helps you get over your child feeding and television problems. If you have any questions, post it below the video on the comment box. If you want your questions to be answered, head on to murtazabadri.com and opt in to our newsletters. I hope you know, you have a wonderful time feeding your child, and stay alive, stay fearless, dream big, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.